Hey everyone, my name is Paige Quinton, and today I will be discussing the article I chose, which is titled Evaluating Caregivers' Arrangement of Infant Sleeping Environments in the Home. This article is provided by JABA, the Journal of Applied Behavioral Analysis, and it ties into Chapter 1 topics of treatment procedures and increasing behaviors. I just wanted to give a respectful trigger warning for anyone who needs it. This journal does discuss topics of infant death and SIDS, so please feel free to X out, step away if you need to. The overall purpose of the study was to evaluate the functional relation to BST in sleeping arrangements of infants in the home provided by their caregivers. A little bit more backstory on this is that the rates of sleep-related infant deaths drove researchers to assess if sleeping arrangements and or the environments were an influence. The materials and interventions include one caregiver of the home was taught to arrange the safe sleeping environment. Training was held in a community-based setting, and the technology-based contingency management was assessed to examine caregivers' adherence to previous instruction. So a little bit more into that in the preparation. Like I said, it was held in a community center. It had in-person instructors that provided modeling, rehearsal, and feedback individually to each participant. The materials that were included were a doll, a crib, blankets, other materials that would typically be around an infant in a home. How was it completed? So the participant would send one photo of the child's sleeping arrangements every day for a week. It could be whatever time, nap time, bedtime. Once the photo was received, feedback was given if needed. And then once the feedback was given, 100% of the time the participants immediately were able to identify and correct the sleeping arrangements with a follow-up photo. And going on to the results. So there was positive outcomes after the trainings for all the participants. Then all the participants identified the safe and unsafe sleeping arrangements correctly in all the context pictures for the post-training, so whether they were still at the center, although 100% wasn't completed at home with the initial photo. Once the follow-up was done, 100% was the outcome. This just kind of goes to show the generalization wasn't all the way there once they got back home, which is common to see. And then also the participants really favored this study. They said that they felt confident after this style of learning. They wanted to learn other skills using this BST, and they would highly recommend this to others. And then how this info is helpful to us or me with basically any career involving a child, like a teacher, OT, BCBA, RBT. You will have to collaborate with the parents, and this is just good info of how you can do that. Other things that I learned is convenience is key, such as using the phones. It made the feedback and the communication so much easier. The feedback worked, and then even the parents deserve their reinforcement, and it helps them too, so not just for the kiddos. Also, one thing I thought to add is that remember that the parents are learning and every situation is different as well. So us as the BCDAs also need to remember that factors such as environment, culture, economic class can influence different behaviors no matter what they include. Like with this study, one parent received feedback because a blanket was in the crib and that got them points reduced, but you also have to remember, like, do they have heating in their house? It's winter time. What if they don't have a crib because they can't afford a crib? Just things like that. So meeting them in the middle and really working together is always what we do. So thank you all. I know I went over time a little bit, but appreciate it. Looking forward to see your videos.